Welcome back to our special here on the First TV, All the President's Men. One of these men that I'm so excited about to be in the White House is Dr. Sebastian Gorka. His new job will be the Deputy Assistant to the President and Senior Director for Counterterrorism. And I should note that a DNC spokesperson, Alex Floyd, said Sebastian Gorka is a far-right extremist who is as dangerous as he is unqualified to lead America's counterterrorism strategy. Dr. Gorka, how are you, sir?
Good. Can you send me that? I need that link. I need that quote. That's hilarious. That's like, because the fact that we have war in the Middle East, war in Europe, that means the current team are qualified, right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. I love it. We actually joked in the first segment that that's like those are the two initial go-to responses from the left. At first, anyone's unqualified, and then when that goes flat, then they're dangerous. So you got both of them right there on the very first jump.
And we're dangerous to people who hate America, whether it's inside the country or outside the country. So yeah, we're dangerous, Mike.
Tell me, what is a Senior Director for Counterterrorism?
Right. So the National Security Council is the highest deliberative body for matters of defense and foreign affairs in the U.S. government. When it meets at principles level, it's actually the cabinet members. So if there's some huge emergency or super big issue, it's the cabinet members. So it's the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, Director of the CIA meeting to serve the president as the commander-in-chief. Now, that's very unusual. As a result, on a day-to-day basis, it is run by senior directors, each with a functional or geographical directorate who report to the National Security Director, who in this case will be the superb first Green Beret in Congress, Colonel Representative Mike Wall. So I will be the senior director in charge of anything to do with counterterrorism for the U.S. government. I'll have people beneath me in my directorate who are detailed over from the DOD, CIA, State Department, you name it. And we will be running everything relevant to counterterrorism for the president. There'll be a similar person running Middle East matters, intelligence matters, European security affairs. There's about a dozen directorates in the White House who serve the National Security Advisor, who serves the president.
Okay, wonderful. So every time you and I have talked since you got this job, I'm so distracted because it all seems so surreal and incredible, and I'm so excited for all of it. So let me ask you on that point, what's different now that we got a new sheriff in town? And that new sheriff, Trump, Waltz, you, everyone else, what's going to be different?
Well, it really goes back to that risible quote you got from whoever that non-entity is in the Democrat Party. I used to be asked when I was in the White House 8 years ago, so what's the president's national security stance? What does he believe? What's his platform? And I'd literally just come from spending 2.5 years in Quantico teaching the Marine Corps. And I Devil Dogs are very close to my heart. And I stole their motto, or one of their favorite mottos, which is no better friend, no worse enemy. And that's exactly what applies as of 12 o'clock on January the 20th, when President Trump raises his hand for the second time to become the chief executive and the commander-in-chief. If you are a friend of America's, like Israel or the UK, we will stand shoulder to shoulder with our partners, with our allies. If you're an enemy, well, just woe betide you. Because President Trump has made it clear, whether it's making sure that al-Baghdadi died like a dog, quote unquote, whether it's droning to death the most dangerous terrorist commander in the world, the General Soleimani of Iran, or whether it's dropping a Moab on al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. He's not an interventionist. This isn't a neocon interventionist administration. But if you threaten us, the hammers of hell will come down on you. So whether it's the domestic threat, open borders, no person better than Tom Homan, whether it's getting wokery out of the armed services, no better person than Pete Hegseth. So, the difference is America's back, and we will be led by a commander-in-chief who loves America and who wants every American, whatever their skin color, whether or not they were born here, if you're an American, we want you to be safe with your families and to prosper. And that's going to be our job to make that happen for all Americans.
just everyone watching right now. It's like yeah, it's about time. It's incredible. We got about 3 minutes. Give me some other names in the cabinet that you're, or outside of the cabinet, that you're excited about to come to DC.
Yes, so technically I'm not a member of the cabinet. You have to be a head of a department to be a member of cabinet. And then one of the nice things is Mike Waltz, myself, none of the senior directors who work in the White House have to be Senate confirmed, so we can start work as of 12 o'clock. But I think we had this chat on your radio show. For those who are worried or concerned, and are we going to be sabotaged like we were the first time by seditionists like John Kelly or Vindman? Just stop for a second, and smell the coffee grinds. Look at the name. I mean, just the last 48 hours, just as we're on cloud 9 because of Alina Habba, this rock star warrior princess being named counselor to the president in the West Wing. What happens a few hours later? Harmeet Dillon, who comes in, the most corrupt element of the Department of Justice is the Civil Rights Division. This is where they went after the pro-life grandmothers. This is where they used the FACE Act to put people in prison who were praying outside Planned Parenthood abortion clinics. Harmeet Dillon, this warrior attorney, is taking over the most corrupt part of the DOJ to clean it up. Let's talk about Kash Patel. Full disclosure, I've been lobbying day and night to get my buddy Kash Patel to run the FBI, because either he's going to fix it or he's going to dismantle it. This guy is a rock star. Not only is he a rock star, from counterterrorism prosecutor to, he had my job. He was senior director in the White House for counterterrorism when President Trump killed al-Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, to the deputy director of national intelligence, chief of staff of the Pentagon. There is no one better qualified than Kash Patel at FBI or Pete Hegseth at DOD. Just look at the names, everyone. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy or the deep state is going to surrender, but the team coming in are loyal to MAGA, loyal to America First, and they're just not going to take any prisoners, Mike.
What is your message to terrorists who are here in America? You mentioned on my radio show the other day that if there's, 11 million illegal aliens here, if just 1% of them are terrorists, then we have a major problem. And that's now under your control, your direction. You're the senior director for counterterrorism. That includes in America. What do you say to them?
Well, there's two types. There are kind of rational actors like the narco-terrorists, from the cartels. We will neutralize you. So if you want to live somewhere else the rest of your days, you better leave America, and you better not hurt any American citizen, because we will find you, whether it's Tom Homan, whether it's Kash Patel, whether it's other elements of the USG, we will find you and we will neutralize you. If you're a jihadi who relishes dying as a shaheed to the cause of killing Christians or Jews or apostates, we will so neutralize you that your memory will be an embarrassment to everyone in your faith community. You will go down in history as an utter, complete loser. So whether you're a rational actor who's not religious or religious, it's time to leave America. Otherwise, we will find you and we will neutralize you. And if you're a jihadi, your message to posterity is that you are an absolute failure. So take notice, we're coming to find you.
Where can people follow you, Dr. Gorka, and support you?
Well, as of January 20th, it'll be on social media, all the usual places, except the fascistic YouTube. So Truth Social, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Parler, get all that stuff. And then I'm going to try and keep my Substack up to date with the agreements of National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and the President and the comms team. So check out my Substack, sebastiangorka.substack.com.
We absolutely will. He is the incoming Deputy Assistant to the President, Senior Director for Counterterrorism. Sounds so sweet. Dr. Sebastian Gorka, an honor, sir. Thank you.
God bless you and the viewers. Thank you, Mike.